we attacking, better stand back and
Come on, man. They holding out on me in the preseason. I didn't even get a choice.
Hey, be patient. You're gonna have the keys to the city soon enough.
Man, I'm trying to line up already.
Take it as a sign of respect. Obviously, the franchise value you. Look, let that anticipation build. You feel me? Boy, trust me. I've been in this game for a long time. My preparation is what keep me on this field right here. And that's what you gotta focus on, all right?
Okay, you're right.
You master that playbook, and we'll light them up in the regular season. I promise you that. Yes, sir.
it'll be okay. No matter what they say about us, it'll be okay.
Hey, man, now you see why they have you taking it easy throughout the preseason? If you got injured before the season started, every fan out there is immediately writing this year off.
Yeah, man, I feel you.
Look, we got dealt a bad hand yesterday, but no team in the league is going to get through the preseason without any injuries. All we can do now is unite, adapt, and move forward. Pupuka'i Holamua. Let's get out there and have a good day today.
Jones Shorty.
See? Now it's obvious that you haven't played a single snap in the preseason when you say something foolish like that. The worst team in the NFL will absolutely smoke the best college team every single year.
Yeah, whatever you say.
Listen, if you still feel that the competition was tougher in college by after this Sunday, man, dinner is on me. I got you. And vice versa, deal?
Fellas, we've got to have a great practice today. There's no other option. We've got 17 weeks, we strap it up and we get better each week. This is one of those times you got to take advantage of it, all right? So let's get at it.
Ready? Bronco 80! Hut! Down! 70 left! Ready, go! Ready, break! Ready! Set! Ready! Liking 8! Ready! Set! Ready, set! Set, go! Set up! 19, Tiger! Hut! Let's go now! 60 Eagles! 60 go! Come on! Set! Cowboy! Get up!
Now that's what I'm talking about, fellas. I don't know what happened between last week and this week, but today was a great practice. And this coaching staff is loving it. You guys consistently do that, and I see a lot of victories in our future.
Let's go, coach. I'm feeling it.
Today, from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. it's the Carolina Panthers taking on the New York Jets.
Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. This fielded right at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Panther offense ready to go for their first possession. And at the helm, you see him in his first year in Carolina after 3 with the Jets. It's Sam Darnold.
Many people put stock in a quarterback's record as a starter, and Sam Darnold. Just 13 and 25 overall with the Jets. So many think that he's not going to be the guy, but there's a lot of talent there, and the Carolina Panthers are expecting it to come out. This could be a classic case of a change of scenery could do him well. Plus the surrounding cast that he's inheriting in Carolina, better than anything he played with in New York. This is a great opportunity for Sam Darnold.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. Darnold now to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Anderson. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
The CD, certainly plenty of storylines at the beginning of every new NFL season, but one that a lot of folks are going to be tuning in to see revolves around this defense. And our game features the first ever female defensive coordinator in the NFL, Alexander Bishop. And from top to bottom, this is just a fantastic story.
I absolutely agree with you on that one, partner, because she's a football lifer. Studied her father in Pennsylvania, and he was and is one of the great high school coaches in the country. Won a number of state championships, and she fell in love with the game through him. But the best part about all this, she's paid her dues, worked her way up from being a coaching intern to a position coach, and now she has the opportunity to run an NFL defense. And we in the league couldn't be happier for her.
This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's a give to Carter. Pushing through the contact. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
He's got Cole on the slant. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. They'll drop to throw. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. It's their quarterback with his 1st career touchdown in his 1st career game. And the Jets are on the board here first in the season opener.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
On 2nd and 7, Darnold. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore. 3rd down here.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And here's Joseph Charlton now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Now Carter to start the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. And all the way down to the 26. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
They give it off here to the tight end. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
He'll drop to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Shaq Thompson. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. After the interception, here's Darnold. He finds his man, complete. That's more. And he'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 1st down, it's Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Another try after the first down sack. Darnold. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right at the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start up in Orchard Park, a couple of blue-collar cities doing battle. Pittsburgh at Buffalo. And it's the Steelers out in front in the second quarter. A touchdown pass there for Ben Roethlisberger. From there, we take the trip across Lake Erie to check on the Lions at home in Detroit. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting 49ers who are out in front. Jimmy Garoppolo has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. Deshaun Watson has thrown a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, in our game, just the lone touchdown accounting for all the scoring. A tight one, 7-0 is the score. And for the call of the second half, we send it back to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. The Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter, and they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A big third down pickup of 20 yards. Another completion there. And we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation. A top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key is going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it, not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
They'll run with Carter. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll look to throw here. And that's caught by Landry. He's got a Jets touchdown. Carter Landry there to make the grab. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now Darnold. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold got his man complete over the middle. That's Anderson. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. Runs through the contact.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 2nd and 13. Darnold, he finds his man complete. That's more. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Look at this, a tight end carry. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll run with Carter. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. This is fielded at the 27. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Marcus May with a pick. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. But look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Denzel Perryman coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. 2nd and 14. It's complete to Cole. Touchdown. Keelan Cole, 41 yards. And the Jets are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. What a difference a year makes so far, at least. These guys last place in their division a year ago. Looking like they're going to move to 1-0 right now.
Not really unusual in the NFL, though, is it? Because we always talk about every year, 8-8 is kind of the baseline for everyone, plus or minus. And we've seen many teams go from worst to first. I know it's 1 week, but still, they're starting to think to themselves, we've got a chance this season.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Carolina getting set to take the field. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And, he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Darnold. Over the middle. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now it's Darnold. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, here's P. Ryan. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And they take a knee. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Jets, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast.
Well, I couldn't be any more excited about who's joining us here today. She's one of the most popular and prominent voices on discussions related to sports and pop culture. And of course, when you're not listening to my podcast, you're probably listening to hers, appropriately titled The Nia Polanco Show. Nia, it is great to have you on the podcast.
Well, thank you for having me on, Kevin. You know, it's a nice change of pace to be in the guest seat instead of the host seat.
Yeah, you know, a little change of role. But now, look, you've been at it for, what is it, a little over a year now, hosting your show, am I right?
Yeah, it's been about 15 months now. We debuted last spring.
Okay, so you're a savvy old veteran now. And I know in these 15 months, you've managed to cross paths with just about every big name in sports and entertainment. But there's one athlete in particular, Nia, I have to ask you about. You were there on draft night. You watched him get chosen by the Jets with their top pick. I think you know where I'm going here.
Yeah, you know, I think I've had more people ask me about him than maybe any of my other guests, which really surprised me initially. It was a great interview, and he was way more candid than I expected he would be. But I think I might have underestimated how culturally relevant he already is.
Exactly. And, you know, that makes two of us. And it wasn't really until the past few weeks that I really started to realize just how much of an impact he's having, obviously on the field, but also off of it. So Nia, let's focus on that off-the-field part for a moment. Because from what I hear, he's got a terrific support system that deserves some of the praise. Am I right?
I think it's fair to give some credit to his inner circle. He brought his agent, Jordan Wright, with him on the show, and you can tell that she's providing some great guidance on how to handle himself. Not saying he wouldn't have figured it out on his own, but he's got his team in place, and that's very important for a young athlete.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's no question. You know, and honestly, it's refreshing to see, so kudos to him. All right, so let's talk about your podcast. And it's funny, I was listening to, I think it was your most recent episode. And it's not often when you hear someone call attention to this subject, but
Hey, what's up, bud? I know you're at practice right now. Just wanted to check in and let you know that as long as my flights are on time, I'll be at the stadium by kickoff on Sunday. Until then, I'm busy expanding my empire from one client to hopefully 2. Wish me luck. Talk to you soon.
Hey, greetings from LA, superstar. I just finished having some of the best sushi you could ever ask for, but I don't want to make you too jealous. But listen, I've been hustling like crazy out here, and I've got a lot of stuff lined up for us for when we come out here together on your bye week. You're a wanted man out here in Cali, bruh. I'll get you the details later on, though.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New York Jets taking on the New England Patriots.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the New England Patriots. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this club. Nothing on the scoreboard. 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. First carry for the former Tar Heel, Michael Carter. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. The numbers on the ground for Carter a week ago. 9 carries, 56 yards.
And that's just not enough carries for a running back to get loose and really feel like he's into the game, because they have to have enough volume to establish a rhythm, not just for themselves, but also to get in sync with their offensive.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Michael Carter with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On first down, it's Carter. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Well, week 2 in this New York Jets ball club already, Charles, halfway to their 2020 win total thanks to their win last week at Carolina.
Yeah, they opened the season with a win on the road, and now they're back here at MetLife Stadium in front of those friendly home fans. And how sweet would it be?
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now back to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that will be incomplete. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
Yeah, that's okay. They just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. This is taken in one-handed. What a catch. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. On the counter, Carter. And he's got this down to the 35. 82 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
A good strong run there by Michael Carter, reminiscent of his days at North Carolina. A 1,000-yard rusher each of his last 2 years in Chapel Hill. Despite being in a timeshare with Javonte Williams, who was a 2nd-round pick of the Denver Broncos. Carter, the 2nd pick of the 4th round out of UNC. He could be the Jets' leading rusher moving forward.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Keelan Cole, the intended target. And that takes us from second to third down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Again, he'll drop to throw. Sliding out. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead.
Defensively, it didn't seem like anybody had eyes on the quarterback, and he took advantage.
So you think that maybe we're seeing some pretty good instincts for a young guy? Because that's the thing you worry about coming out of college. You're used to getting away with it.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game.
Now a play fake here on first down. Uncorks one for Davis. It's caught inside the 25. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. He'll look to throw. Out to Cole on the right side. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is caught. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Third and goal from the 2, and they're going with a jumbo set offensively. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the 3rd quarter. They go play action here on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball. Landry the intended target, and now it's 2nd down. They run the counter. It's Carter. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Looking to throw. The Pats are going to get there, and down he goes. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Rolling to his right. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Opted to run for it. The decision, a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. He will find the rookie from Ole Miss, Elijah Moore. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A well-executed 22-yard gain. A handoff for Carter. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Back to throw here. This is caught, and they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a first. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Michael. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. They'll start on the ground. Carter. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll set up to throw. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And he's able to get it back to the 41. Now following the interception, this offense will get another shot at it as they'll quickly head back onto the field. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. 2nd and 9 now. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 9. Now he's flushed out right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with... Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. They'll run on 1st down. Carter, but nothing doing there. They get to the 3, and that's all. Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He's back to throw. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the 1st down in the process. Back to throw. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only do they imagine those types of catches, they actually work on them with defenders jostling them in order to keep their concentration and haul it in.
Back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here. Interesting final chapter to this proverbial book here in this one because they were in field goal range, could have won it with a field goal, elect to go for the touchdown. I still don't know what they were doing.
As great as this game was and as dramatic an ending as we had, the post-game press conference is going to be key because they're going to be asking Coach, why not a field goal attempt there? You got an opportunity to win it right there with your guy, and instead you run another play.
Yeah, we might need to stop by that press conference on our way out the back door here.
Yeah, just slow down the plane for us, all right? We got to get an answer before we go.
So for the Jets, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.
I was talking with my crew before the show. By the way, best production team in the biz, or at least that's what they tell me to say. Anyway, I think it's worth discussing on air for this podcast. The new Nike commercial they debuted last night. It was not good. It was amazing. You get all these dramatic shots with NFL stars like Lamar Jackson and Russell Wilson. But get this, the final shot, they reserve it for the rookie QB from New York as he puts on his Jets helmet and just stares a hole through the camera. I'm talking a serious mean mug. I mean, look at this. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. Of course, some people just can't enjoy a good thing. They're saying it's too much, too soon, blah, blah, blah. But look, that's the get off my lawn crowd anyway. Now, it's not like the kid directed the commercial. He just appears in it. I mean, you tell me. I mean, how many people out there would say no to being in a Nike commercial that gets splashed across primetime TV? Anyone? Anyone? Bueller? I mean, we're talking about Nike here. Look, anyway, enough about all that. Why don't we get to the segment we actually had planned before I went off on that diatribe? And you know what?